It's time to start our first treatment process, primary treatment. Primary treatment is where we are using a physical process to get rid of chunks of waste in our wastewater. You can see some things are starting to already float at the surface, and some things are starting to sink to the bottom.
Primary treatment settles out bulk trash from wastewater in a settling process that doesn't use any energy. Heavier items are going to sink to the bottom. This is our sedimentation, or sludge. Lighter items are going to float on the top. This is our flotation, or scum. This middle layer is actually our primary treated wastewater. So we're going to need to collect a representative sample from this middle layer, and this is going to be for test 2, after primary treatment. But first, we need to complete our hypothesis to indicate which of the water quality tests we think might change as a result of primary treatment.
Time for test 2, after primary treatment. Let's look at our data for test 2 and see if the results are reasonable. The pH is 8.5. It stayed the same. We didn't do anything to the tank that would change the pH. Ammonia, 6.0 milligrams per liter. It also remained the same. Ammonia is dissolved in this wastewater, so it won't settle out like bulk trash. Turbidity, 36 FAU. Yes, a huge decrease, and without ever using any energy, we were able to decrease the suspended solids in our wastewater just by letting it sit. COD is 522 milligrams per liter. A big decrease again. Every time we remove pollutants, we should see the COD levels decreasing. During primary treatment, we are removing a lot of the bulk trash, which decreases the turbidity. And anytime we remove pollutants, it will lower our COD levels. Remember, there is an indirect relationship between pollutants and dissolved oxygen available, but a direct relationship between pollutants and COD. So removing pollutants leaves more dissolved oxygen in the waterways for aquatic organism utilization.
At the wastewater treatment plant, we have a preliminary treatment process. These are the bar screens. They remove bulk trash that could damage our plant if they entered the system. These unflushables represent all of the plastic that we added to our tank. When wastewater continues through the bar screens, it enters our primary clarifiers. These are large settling tanks. This is what your tank is now representing. In primary treatment, once the wastewater settles, the treatment plant removes the sludge and the scum by raking the layers and sending them to the on-site incinerator. To represent this, we're going to transfer this middle layer into our aeration tank and leave behind the sludge and the scum in this sedimentation tank.
While you guys were doing the lab, your tests, Rita took off that middle layer of suspended water, which was mostly just water. Okay? The suspended stuff is left behind, the plastic, the coffee grounds, the toilet paper, and that kind of thing. And so now what we're getting ready to do is start secondary treatment, which is the biological component where we're going to put in bacteria that are going to do some work.
Our wastewater has now completed the first of 4 treatment processes. Primary treatment. This is a physical process that uses density to remove bulk trash from wastewater by letting it settle. Lighter waste floats on the top as flotation or scum, and heavier waste settles to the bottom as sedimentation or sludge.
Fats, oils, and grease can clog sewer pipes, causing sanitary sewer emergencies such as backups into your home and overflows into the environment. These emergencies can lead to human health risks, negative environmental impacts, and costly repairs. Do not dispose of fog down the drain. Instead, can it, cool it, and trash it to properly dispose of fats, oils, and grease.